Hey guys, how are y'all doing? I just wanted to jump on here and make a quick video. First of all, I would like to apologize for my videos being a little rookie, a little amateur. This is all new to me, so I'm barely learning how to do this stuff. But it's no different than what we are learning to do with diesel mechanics. You have to just research it, learn how to do this, learn how to do videos, learn how to cut, learn how to trim, learn how to edit, learn how to upload, learn how to open YouTube channels. Everything that you've got to learn takes time. Which brings me to the topic at hand, self-education. We've learned how we can get into a shop. Let's say you've made it into a shop. Well, you're not going to just learn just because you're in a shop. No. And the technicians don't always have time to teach you. The bosses, they don't always have time to teach you. So a lot of knowledge will have to come from self-education. You remember, you're kind of skipping school a little. You're jumping straight to a shop, but that don't mean you don't have to pick up a book and read and learn. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple examples how no self-education messed me up. And when I first started, my wheel seal, my first wheel seal, I did not know how to torque it. Nobody wanted to tell me. They didn't have time, maybe, I'm not sure. But I just did the best I could, and later, half hour later, when that truck left, it came back on fire. The wheel seal, it was too tight, and it had caught fire, and they brought it back, and it cost a complete repair. Man, if I would have researched, I would have studied, I would have maybe not made that mistake. However, though, a couple years later, when I started learning about research, my first my first overhead job, which is where you adjust the valves all along the top of the engine. I grabbed the book, I sat down, I studied it, made my notes, went over them, did it again, got over there, started doing everything just like the manual said, step by step, and it was beautiful. Fired off, which is always the scary part, fired off, and it ran like a champ. And I had a truck, a DT 466, and a mechanic had tore this truck all the way down and then quit. I came in after him, and they wanted me to get this truck running as soon as possible, so I grabbed the engine manual for that international engine and started learning again, studying just like I did that overhead job, and little by little I put that engine back together, and again, it maybe took about 5 minutes, and it fired off, man. So the point is, you just have to do your research. If a part comes into the shop, this is what I do. I go, what is it? First of all, what is this part? What is it called? What does it do? Okay, what part of the truck does this go into? Now, once it's there, how does it work? What does it do? How does it operate? Knowing these things will help you know how it can be repaired if you know how it works. So you self-educate yourself. Get your book, start making notes, watch videos, whatever it takes. Self-educate yourself. You remember, you're kind of skipping school. You don't have money, it is what it is, but you have your knowledge, you have your mind, you have your brain, you have your will. Let's do this. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you what I have used as research. Luckily, right now where I'm at, the shop I'm at, we have Identifix, and it's amazing that we have not been able to find any truck that we came from a problem in Identifix, But before all this, I didn't have anything but engine manuals, truck manual guides, PDF downloads. I would download the schematics, blow them up, go to a printer, and start making them bigger, so I can trace my wiring in trucks. Google. I'd be able to ask a question in Google, and next thing you know, you have about 3 or 4 or maybe 10 technicians or people talking about that same problem, and you get to see that about 5 of them or 6, a good amount of them did this repair and it worked for them. Why not try it, right? It worked for them. So Google has a lot of information. A lot of other people have been asking the same question you are. How does this work? Or my truck's doing this, doing that. What do y'all think? And again, if you self-educate yourself, you pick up books and start reading them, a lot of the books will tell you exactly what's going on and how to troubleshoot it and all this and all that. Also, ABS, fuel system manuals. Learn your air systems, learn your brake systems. Just in the engine, there's like about 5 or 6 main components. You got a fuel system, okay? Learn your fuel system. How does the fuel system work on this truck? Air system. How does it work on this truck? You know, coolant system. How does it run? If I have a coolant, where are all the possibilities that it could go through? Well, this is how the coolant system works. So these are the places that problem could possibly be, because you know how it works. So pick, say for example, brake system. Okay, well, I wanted to learn today how the brake system works. You Google maybe some brakes. How does this brake system work? Boom, you're gonna bring up a page that's gonna tell you from the front. You do this. The air goes here to this valve. It distributes to that. Therefore the brakes release. It's how does the brake works on regular cars. All that. Pick some topics and research. There's a lot of different ways of learning how something works. I also used coworkers that I've had, very knowledgeable coworkers, man, amazing, and all this is part of my tech support. I mean, you just have to make up what you can use as research, guys. Again, I want to apologize if my videos are a little amateur. This is all new to me. It's a learning experience, but it's pretty much like anything in life. If you want to learn how to cook something, you have to know what you're going to cook. What is it called? Well, this is spaghetti. Okay, well, how do you do it? Well, let's see. Well, there's 2 different ways over here that can be done. Okay, well, you start learning. Hey, it's not going to come out right the first time, but practice makes perfect. You get better at it. But research made you able to either create something or fix something, or break something down. It's just research. So just because you're in a shop, if you've gotten into a shop, guys, if you were anything like I was when I first started, guys, you get your books, you get manuals, and when the parts come in, if they have some kind of how to replace, or has a page explaining every component in that part, read that page. I mean, the mechanics already know it, so they're just going to throw it away. You take it because you don't know what it is, and you don't know what it's doing. So that page might even tell you everything about that part. So just keep this in mind. We are in a shop, and especially if were a beginner, or you are a beginner like I was when I first started, you have to do your research. You have to self-educate yourself. Your coworkers, the other mechanics, are not going to do it for you. The guys that hired you, they're not going to do it for you. They're expecting you to become something. They're expecting you to evolve. So, self-education, research, is something that you must. I hate reading. I always hated reading my whole life. But now I've learned that if I don't read, I don't learn. Guys, I appreciate your support. If you could, like, subscribe, that would be awesome. I'm doing this mainly because I want to share my knowledge. So whether you like it or not, it's all good. If you already really advanced in mechanics, then my videos are probably not for you. This is for people who are interested in becoming mechanics, but can't afford to go to school, or just don't know how to start. So I'm just want to show everybody how I started, mistakes not to make that I made, how I learned how to research, self-educate myself. Guys, I appreciate your support, guys. Again, like my videos, comment. Let me know what y'all think about them. Let me know how I can better my wording. Again, I am a little nervous, so I just start blabbering. All right. So like my video, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later.